Ladies and gentlemen, how do?
London's burning! Yeah, yeah, yeah! California Canada! On all cosmetics! I had nothing to do! Stranded, I'm so far from home. I got the teenage depression, that's what I'm talking about. So what's this?
Kicks in style.
This is Rock and Roll Radio. Stay tuned for more rock and roll.
Things that I do, cause I got a witness and the witness is you. So for Jesus' sake, don't put me on trial, cause all I wanna do is get my kicks in style. I've been pushed around now for much too long. Jesus Christ to the nuclear bomb. But I'm not asking for your sympathy, cause nothing's all you're gonna get from me. I was born with the right to choose, yeah, right to choose what I wanna do. So for Jesus' sake, don't put me on trial, cause all I wanna do is get my kicks in style. I'm a junkie, but I'm looking for kicks. I get strung up on a different sort of fix. Don't think I'm acting funny, behaving like I do. Get my kicks away, I wanna get them out of here. Forgiven for the things that I do, cause I got a witness and the witness is you. Eins, zwei, drei, vier. Well, I got my uniform, I'm okay. I can do the two-step any day. Pick up my guitar, throw in my gun. I'm a 1977 rock and roll hun. A-D-O-L-F-B-A, A-D-O-L-F-B-A, A-D-O-L-F-B-A. Ella was a piss on it, okay. Well, I'm balling down the prize and I'm all shagged out. I don't wanna be just another bad crowd. Going to the gun for a bottle of schnapps, and the Nazis come in, shoot me full of crap. A-D-O-L-F-B-A, A-D-O-L-F-B-A, A-D-O-L-F-B-A. Ella was a piss artist, okay. Well, I got my uniform, I'm okay. I can do the goose step any day. Pick up my guitar, throw away my gun. I'm a 1977 rock and roll hun. A-D-O-L-F-B-A, A-D-O-L-F-B-A, A-D-O-L-F-B-A. Adolf was a piss artist, okay. Adolf was a piss artist, okay.
This is Kicks in Style, and I'm coming to you from my dirty little box room in New Jersey, USA. This is my show, and I'll be playing my favorite punk, junk, glam, power pop. It's all rock and roll. And the best part, it's all on vinyl. If you hear hisses and you hear cracks, guess what, baby, because it's all on wax. We're starting our very first episode off right. We have a very special guest caller in about 20 minutes or so hold on for that. The first band you heard from was The Users. The song was called Kicks in Style, and it's what this show is named after. Came out in 1978 on Warped Records, and was one of only 2 singles released by The Users. An LP was released in 2008 entitled Secondary Modern. It's a collection of recordings done from 1976 to 1979. The next band you heard from was called The Valves, for Adolphs Only, and they're from Scotland. Came out in 1977 on Zoom Records. This was the B-side to Robot Love, and it's the first of their 3 singles and my favorite. Later in 1977 they released Ain't No Surfin' in Portobello, followed by It Don't Mean Nothin' in 1979. And then you heard a killer cut from the Dogs called Slash Your Face, 1978 on Detroit Records. This is one of my favorite punk singles of all time. It's got a great riff, the attitude, the energy. A fantastic EP with Slash Your Face, Fed Up, an amazing cover, the Barbarians' 1965 classic, Are You a Boy or Are You a Girl? And let me tell you something, baby. If you ain't listening to Kicks in Style, you might be better off dead. What's for lunch, Mum?
Thank you. Hey, you fucking kids dance? What the fuck are you doing here? You come to fucking just stand around and look funny? Why don't you fucking dance? For our next tune, for you boring motherfuckers, is called All By Myself. That's how I feel.
Run a loose, grab a gun, grab a noose. If you're gay, you're gonna die. Need Brian will tell you why. Need a baby, I need some kicks. Need a baby, I think you're sick. I'm just another bum out job. Need a baby, yeah, yeah, yeah. I need a blowjob. Just gotta look out for those killer queers. They'll cut your throat from ear to ear. Need a baby, I got news for you. Some homo's gonna beat you black and blue. Black and blue. Need a baby, need some kicks. Need a baby, I think you're sick. I'm just another bum out job. Need a baby, yeah, yeah, yeah. I need a blowjob. You get enough in a trash bag, baby.
Heads up, kids, it's music for the neck down. This is Kicks in Style. At the top of that list, you heard La Peste, which all you scholars out there knows translates into English as The Plague. The song was Better Off Dead, 1978 on Black Records, straight out of Boston. Following that, you heard from the Knots. The song you heard was Action, which is the B-side to the song Heartbreaker, originally on Ideal Records in 1980. The record that I just spun was a reissue from 2012 on Last Laugh Records. Then you heard from the Shapes, What's for Lunch, Mom? Not Beans Again. They're 45 out on Sofa Records in 1979. You know, I was torn between playing this gem or my other favorite song from that record entitled I Saw Batman at the Laundrette. That was followed by the Controllers from Los Angeles. The song was called Killer Queers, 1978 on What Records? It's the B-side to Neutron Bomb, which begs the question here, people. Who had the neutron bomb first? Was it the Controllers or the Weirdos? You record nerds figure it out. We have our very special guest phoning in very soon, but right now we're going to play some more rock and roll.
Sick of the dogs and my noisy neighbors. I'm sick of
This is Kicks in Style, and wait no longer, our special guest will be on the phone line in about 1 minute. But let me tell you about the bands that you just heard from. First song was the Tough Darts from New York City. The song was called Fun City. This record came out on Sire Records in 1978. In my humble opinion, a criminally underrated rock and roll LP. At one point, the Tough Darts featured now rock and roll legend Robert Gordon. Beside the self-titled album, they have tracks that can be found on the Live from CBGB's compilation. That was followed by Cheetah Chrome, also of CBGB's fame, and obviously the Dead Boys. This was Cheetah's first solo single entitled Still Wanna Die. It came out on Orc Records in 1975. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the moment we've been waiting for to mark our first episode here of Kicks in Style. We are honored to have him on the phone, a living legend. Hey, who's this?
Manitoba!
That's right, you heard it here, folks. Handsome Dick Manitoba on the first episode of Kicks in Style. Thank you so much for calling into the show tonight. Yeah, man, I love the enthusiasm. Thank you. It's an honor to have you, Handsome Dick. We all want to know, what have you been up to lately?
I just come back from Minneapolis.
Oh, very cool. I didn't know that you were touring that part of the country right now. I'm sure being on the road all the time, you face all kinds of conditions, but Minneapolis, that can be pretty tough. What kind of weather were you facing out there, Handsome Dick?
Thunder.
Well, I mean, one thing I always loved about Handsome Dick, he's short, straight, and to the point, am I right?
Woo!
Whoa is right. I mean, I've seen some of those recent shows you did with Ross the Boss and Daniel Ray also on guitar, and man, you guys really rocked.
Cook it out, baby, daddy!
Yeah, I mean, Cook It Out is what you guys did. Now, Handsome Dick, you also have a bar located on Avenue B in New York City called Manitoba's. It's a local watering hole for any rocker and my favorite place to get drunk. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Best financial holdings. I could have been basking in the sun in Florida.
Oh, I mean, are you there now? I hear a lot of noise going on in the background. But, I mean, getting back to what we were saying, I mean, yeah, I mean, owning a bar in New York City is probably a really lucrative business, but it's got to be pretty cool to own your own rock and roll bar. Am I right, HDM?
This is just a hobby for me. Nothing, you hear? A hobby.
Alright, I mean, I guess I could understand that. Hey, I'm going to keep you on your toes here. Handsome Dick, who's your favorite wrestler? Quick.
Dick the Bruiser, daddy.
No, HDM, you just went old school on us there. Hey, Handsome Dick, I just want to say thank you so much for coming on the first episode of Kicks in Style. Really appreciate it. Hopefully you coming on the show will bring more stars of the punk rock scene, to our show.
I don't care who you bring here, daddy.
Well, I mean, that's not a really nice thing to say, Handsome Dick, but nevertheless, I do thank you for being on the show tonight.
I don't have to be here, I don't have to show up here.
Yeah, no, I know that. I'm just, trying to thank you for being on the program. Handsome Dick, hello? Alright, looks like Handsome Dick hung up the phone, but this is Kicks in Style. Stay tuned for more rock and roll.
But that's okay. I live in a place where I have no say. My teenage lifestyle, ooh, teenage lifestyle. I'm losing my mind, loving to do. I'm always bored with nothing to do. My teenage lifestyle, ooh, teenage lifestyle, teenage lifestyle, ooh, teenage lifestyle, teenage lifestyle. Chasing someone, now I'm gone and it's all fun. I don't care what they say, I'm gonna join the NRA. Shotgun, 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 shotgun. Girl, I got a gun, yeah. I'll show you how it's done. So take a gun and kill someone. Now it's gone and it's all fun. I don't care what they say, I'm gonna join the NRA. Shotgun, 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 shotgun. Shotgun, 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 shotgun.
Kicks in style.
There is a man in a shiny suit. He's saying, "Get them off the streets and into the schools." But he looks pretty dumb. He's got a middle-aged spread and he could never understand what's going on in my head. But I get it tonight. I'll teach him a lesson. All right. I'm gonna suck the telecast through the television screen, 'cause I don't like what's going down. I'm gonna suck the telecast through the television screen, 'cause I don't like what's going down. I got the rights, I got the rights, I got the ticket and the bus stops here. Evaluation on the network news. Rock and roll heroes with the rich man's blues. It don't really matter if the future looks bleak, 'cause I never see more than a tenner a week. Can't afford the record, so I steal it when I can. Watch out for that guitar, they're playing against them. I'm gonna suck the telecast through the television screen, 'cause I don't like what's going down. I'm gonna suck the telecast through the television screen, 'cause I don't like what's going down. I got the rights, I got the rights, I got the ticket and the bus stops here. Here I am just watching now, I got a new band. Just a victim on the web and this guitar in my hand. Bring your garbage trash cans, play it hard and fast. My things are looking good at last. Don't call me Black Generation, I'm doing the best that I can. I'm gonna suck the telecast through the television screen, 'cause I don't like what's going down. I'm gonna suck the telecast through the television screen, 'cause I don't like what's going down. I got the rights, I got the rights, I got the ticket and the buck stops here.
This is Kicks in Style reminding you that there is no life like the low life. You heard from the Penetrators' 1979 single Teenage Lifestyle on Fred Records. Recorded in DeWitt, New York, Side A is mistakenly labeled as Teenager Lifestyle on the original copies. Teenage Lifestyle also appears on Killed by Death's All-American Punk Volume No. 19 LP. Next you heard from Heart Attack, the song was Shotgun featuring a very young Jesse Malin. Recorded in 1981, released on Damaged Goods, and only 300 copies were pressed. The single I spun was a reissue from Broken Records in 2007. Now don't be snobs here, people, there's nothing wrong with reissues. If you haven't already sold your kidney to buy a copy of the Damned LP, with the Eddie and the Hot Rods misprint on the back, then you can afford an original copy of the God is Dead EP, which last I saw sold for about $1,400. After Heart Attack, you heard from the Radiators from Space, the punk classic Television Screen off their debut album on Chiswick Records in 1977 entitled TV Tube Hard. This has been Kicks in Style's first episode. I want to thank you all for tuning in. I want to thank myself for doing such a great job. I'd like to thank Handsome Dick Manitoba for calling in, and we will see you all next week.